Hello, welcome to my channel. Now the question I have here on physics says determine the reading of the instrument below. Now this instrument given to us here is a micrometer screw gauge. It is a micrometer screw gauge that can be used to measure the length or the diameter of very tiny objects. Now, for us to determine the reading of this instrument, we need to obtain the reading of the main scale. This is the main scale. I'll call it MS. And then we also determine the reading of the vernier scale. I call it VS. Vernier scale. So we have to get the reading of the main scale and add it to the reading of the vernier scale to get our final answer. Now let's start with the reading on the main scale. Now, on this main scale, the last value we are to read here is the value that we see just before the beginning of this vernier line. Just the beginning of this line. So the last value, whatever last value that we see on this left-hand side, just before this line begins, is the main scale reading. Now, let's come back here. This is the line 0. And this is line 5. So you agree with me that by counting, we can see that each of the line represent 1. For this to be equal to 5, it means this line is 1, this line is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is line 5. After that, we have 6, and then we have 7. Now, under them, you will see their middle division. In between them, you can see another line there under it. That shows that the line under here is showing the division of each of this line by 2. So if this is 0 and this is 1, then dividing 1 by 2 is half, which is 0.5. So it means this line is 0, this one under is 0.5 before we get to the line 1. So that is how the division is carried out. So each of this line under is 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and these are the whole number values. So I have 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, and finally I can see one under here which is 7.5. So the last value I have on this side is 7.5, and that becomes my main scale reading. So I can call it main scale reading. The main scale reading is equal to 7.5. That is 7.5. That is the main scale reading. Now, we are also going to get the vernier scale reading. The vernier scale reading, so that we can add them together. Now, for us to get the vernier scale reading, we have obtained the main scale reading as 7.5. So for us to get the vernier scale reading, what we need to do is to read each of these values and stop exactly where this line ends. So we are looking at this horizontal line now, and we have to stop just before the end of this line, or anyone that coincides with this line itself. So you follow me and understand what I'm saying now. This is 15 and this is 20. It also shows that each of this line is 1, 1, 1. So 15, this is 16, 17, 18, 19, and then before the line 20. But we are not going beyond this horizontal line. We stop just before this horizontal line. So I have 15. The next line here will be 16. After that, 17. And this line is 18. So this line 18 is where I'm going to stop. You stop wherever you have the line that is there just before this this main scale horizontal line. So you have to stop just before it, or if you have any line here, any value here that is coinciding with it, that meets with this line, you can also pick that. But don't take any value that is beyond this horizontal line. So you cannot use this value, for example, this 19. So you have to stop at 18. So hope you got it. Make sure it is the line just before this or that coincide with it. So I'm going to stop at this line 18. Don't forget 15, 16, 17, 18. So I'm taking this value 18. That is the vernier reading. But you don't just use the 18 like that. Just like we did in vernier caliper. In this micrometer screw gauge, you're also going to take that vernier scale reading of 18 and then you divide it by 100. Don't forget, whatever reading you get here as the last value here, this reading, whatever you get here, remember to divide it by 100 because this vernier scale is dividing the main scale into 100 equal divisions. So this becomes 18 divided by 100. And 18 divided by 100 is going to give us 0.18. So that means our vernier scale reading is exactly 0 point. Don't forget the point should be under each other and then 1/8. And then we can now add together. Don't forget we are adding. So this is 0 here. 0 added to 8 will give us 8. And then this is 5 plus 1 and that will give us 6. And then 7 plus 0 remains 7. So we can see now that the reading of this instrument is 7.68. And don't forget, for a micrometer screw gauge, it is in millimeter. So whatever reading you get from this instrument, don't forget the unit is in millimeter. So this is the final answer, 7.68 millimeter. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and share this video so that others can learn from it. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video.